Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Thomasin PA2066. Today is 27th of May 2023. I would like to do a topic on platforms. Actually, platform is my passion, and I am building platforms and trying to work on the platform for the last 4 to 5 years. Let me share with you on the topic of platform today. Let us begin. Hi, welcome to my video taking 156. What is in a platform? Key elements of starting a platform. Thomasin PA2066. Today is 27 of May 2023. So this topic is close to my heart on the aspect of trying to build a platform for listing, mainly the advertising that is required for estate agency practice. Of course, the word platform is actually beyond just estate agency platform. It's more than just estate agency listing. It's word used very frequently. A lot of meanings behind the word platform. So I take this opportunity just to scratch the surface. Of course, if you are already learned or you are already a person who is using your own platform and you have been with platform for many years, then this you can skip. You go to the later part of my presentation. I am not here to go through what is in the public domain, what is in the so-called academia for what is the meaning of platform and what are the studies on this IT platform. I am more to using my own experience for the past 4 to 5 years building my own website platform and trying to share with you what I have discovered and explore onto use of WordPress development, especially building website onto how benefited for the process of working on my own platform. So I can share with you some of my own experiences. That part I hope is something which is different from reading or going to YouTube to look at what academically what is the meaning of platform or what are the researchers working on the platform. So that part I like to clarify in a single sentence. This video taking is on to sharing my own learning and also my own process of this climbing the rope on the part of the platform. Let me begin. So this is what I think most people would in one glance see what is the meaning of platform. So there are various platform business models. This one I have taken from a presentation in a YouTube by the NUS, National University of Singapore Business School on their EMBA program. Also EMBA program, there's maybe a topic on social marketing, social media marketing, and they talk about platform. So there is on the top platform can means things like Google. Google is also a platform under the category of search platform. I point my cursor to your attention. Platforms for search, they include Google, Bing, and the rest. Then you have on the next to it communication platform, social media platform including Facebook. Matching platform is the one like Tinder, which is the girlfriend boyfriend looking for girlfriend and boyfriend. The content and review platform, which is like YouTube. YouTube is a platform for people to put up video and then the public to watch the video. So booking aggregator also is a platform like booking.com, agoda.com. These are platforms that been used for booking of accommodation, hotel stay. You have the retail platform, which is very popular like Amazon and all these Craigslist. Craigslist is actually in the US platform for real estate. So real estate platform includes iProperty, Property Guru, Muda. These are actually the retail platforms. You have the payment platforms, which is including the PayPal, all these American Visa, American Express, all these payment platforms. You have the cloud types of platform for sourcing for funding. So they call it the crowd sourcing, crowdfunding platforms. You have also development platform for those people who deal with app store, development of apps in the handphone. So these are all platforms. Play Store is also a type of platform. You have game platform, which sells game softwares. And the biggest is actually sharing economy platform. This type of sharing economy platform, and a good example would be Grab and Uber. Now Uber no more in Southeast Asia, it's taken over by Grab. And you have different types of music platform, which are the shared economy platform, meaning that such a software platform is used to share out the cost. That means that example of Grab means that the driver who provides the service of transportation, and the passenger who wants the transport, then they come to this economic platform to bring down the cost of calling individual taxi company. So individual taxi company is an economic service provider, and now this shared platform of Grab actually overcome the cost of maintaining the taxi company. So those individuals who wants to be a driver can immediately become a driver under this shared economy platforms. So I give you a background of what platform can be. So in such an interpretation of a platform, you can actually see maybe a platform of agency, estate agency, for the fact that the estate agency firm provides a platform to have the estate negotiator, real estate negotiators on one side, and then the buyers and the tenants and the public on the other side. So the agency firm actually provides this platform for the negotiator to come on board of this system, and then the negotiator can put their listings and on the other side, which are the public, can see these listings and come to a purpose of completion of their real estate needs. So if you think about it, then the registered estate agent is a platform, and then the negotiators are the so-called drivers, all these taxi drivers or these car drivers, and then the passengers are the tenant or the vendor or the buyer. So real estate buyers on the public side, and then the driver or the negotiator on the driver side. And the real estate company, which is owned by the registered estate agent, provides this platform. So this is a example that I want to highlight, that actually running an agency, you can think of it as running as a platform rather than a company. In the case of a taxi company, it's taken over by a Grab platform. So this is evolving into our profession. So I want to maybe just show this as a further emphasis on the various parts of a platform in the business model. So here is that social media marketing platforms includes Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. These are the common ones. So you can see they can have the people who are user of this platform. Then you have the content, which are important to the platform, and then you have the strategies, and there are cons. That means what are the weaknesses what platform has. So we take an example of Facebook. Facebook, the people who are going on to Facebook, 25 to 34 years old, not the very young people. The content is photo, links, information, live video, and then you have the strategies. The strategies is local marketing, because Facebook ad has actually the function that you can invite your potential customer from the area. So they have the Facebook ad that target the local setting, the geographical local setting. You can actually look at advertising, Facebook as an advertising agent, and then you have the Facebook purpose, which is more like relationship. You influencer, then you have your relationship, influencing your family members, influencing your friends and the circle of associates. And then the cons is a weak organic reach. It has less organic reach. People see on the Facebook, but then people don't usually go and face to face meet with somebody lah. Then you take the YouTube. YouTube, in fact, has an advantage on people because younger age people to the older age. And then the content is actually more of video. So how to do it? Some of these video that actually highlight on the cooking, eating, what are the technology involved, show the function of the product that they buy. So these are the content. Then you have the strategies. They are organic reach. They are talking to people. They interview people. There is search engine optimization. Is also a advertising pathway. What are the cons? Cons is this is video, mainly in resource heavy lah. So you have to do really like me doing video on YouTube. Then I have to take time to do editing, and the time for editing is almost double or even 3 times of the time that spent on taking the video lah. So you see a half an hour video, for it to be processed and upload to YouTube, it may take 2 hours. So half an hour to do the video taking, and then another half to 1 hour plus just editing, and finally uploading everything to the channel and put it on. It takes another half an hour or so. So it all takes about 2 to 3 hours to really produce a video. So all these factors. No, I don't want to go into detail. The rest you can just read. And the idea is that content is important and strategy also. So these types of way of presenting it, I would like to attract your attention next to the platform content and the strategy of the platform to attract this type of specialty that you want to establish in your own platform. So traditional business compared to platform business, just to attract the attention to the difference, is that the traditional business usually just do on one side. That means you have a customer walking to your traditional outlet, then your grocery store actually display the stock, and then the customer just buy whatever stock. Even though the stock is not your own, that means you are a trader, you got the stock from your supplier. Supplier is not there to meet the customer. So that means that it is only one side, customer side. The customer comes and interact with the outlet, but then the outlet doesn't have another side, which is the supplier side in the outlet to communicate with the customer. So this is called serving on the customer side. Whereas the platform is different. Platform usually service two sides, at least two sides. Means that one side is the customer as a conventional way, and the other side is in fact the seller. The seller actually is on the platform at any time that the customer wants to ask a question or return goods. The online system allows both of them interact directly to each other. So there are basically more than two different angles of looking at the business on the point of the platform rather than just a traditional business. So next is that we move down, end-to-end control of the 4 Ps. The 4 Ps here means the promotion, product, placing, and also the pricing. So the pricing is in this case, the 4 Ps is on one side by end-to-end. That means the seller or the business outlet actually controls everything on its on its end, how he wants to promote, how he wants to place the product, how he wants to promote the product, what type of product he wants to do, and also what type of pricing. But for the platform business, actually you have both sides. You can actually change the pricing by talking to the so-called seller, as well as the pricing can be determined by the customer. So it's more like a customer can bid, like in eBay, customer can bid for the lowest price or the best price, and it is interactive from customer point of view, that not necessarily must buy to that particular price. So marketing is an open function, enabling the communities to communicate. And next is also the pull marketing. So platform business is a lot of pull marketing. It pulls in potential user, not pushing. So it's like email marketing. Email marketing is a pull marketing. It's not a push marketing, for the reason that you send out email in bulk, in big email storm, and then later on, if the customer is interested, then only then the customer step forward to come to your outlet. So this is pull marketing, whereas push marketing means that but the product is pushed to the customer. By the time that the customer comes to the outlet, then you have a promoter in the outlet that you push your product and the pricing promotion to the customer as in direct interaction. So this is to understand that platform businesses varies from the traditional business. For the part that our discussion on the platform, what is in a platform today, the topic we want to actually emphasize on the differences in the business setting, as well as the interaction of different players in the business. So let us continue the category of types of platforms. Just now we saw various types. Now we just summarize it into 4. So this is according to website that I have taken down the summary. Marketplace is one type, which is more like a retail. Then you have social media one, which is LinkedIn platforms like Facebook. You have the payment platform, which is like Visa, American Express, PayPal. And then you have the app store. So this one is a repeat of the bigger one just now, but in a more simple manner to understand what are platforms. So what is special about it? The special thing about platform is actually there is co-create. One term that you knew maybe in the platform is to understand the word co-producer and the user. Typically platforms invite sub-customer groups which we call producers to co-create the value proposition of the platform. So this means that example, guest users Airbnb, they experience a value proposition co-created with the host. So co-created here means the platform invites those who has access accommodation. So this person who is access in accommodation, he has an extra room, he has an extra house. So this person who has the extra room or extra house is actually a customer group, and this customer group we put it as producer. So this producer comes to the platform, co-create with the platform, the host, to have the Airbnb booking opportunity for tourists, let's say visitor from another place coming to visit your city, and then the visitor comes and place a booking with Airbnb, who works with the producer who are part of their customer. So this is an example of how a platform service the public. So in this case, the public is the visitor or a tourist from overseas. So here the rest I probably don't go through because you can read. So the example that I wanted to highlight is that the word co-create means that the host, the platform, asks a group of their customer, which is this case the producer who has extra rooms, to co-create the service that Airbnb put forward to the public, the public users. So one thing is the co-producer creator creates this special product. Actually, in other way of calling them is actually called the complementor or the contributor. So here you can see two bars coming up. One is on the left side, which is the producers, and the other one on the right hand side, which is the users. So here is in the platform, you have the producer producing accommodation, and then the user who come and book those rooms. So here you can see number one, producer directly acquired by the platform, and you have producer bringing in more producers. So here I want to highlight to you that the interesting thing about platform is when there are more people coming on board to this platform, it would attract their own type, their own comrades, you can call so their own colleagues or their own similar types of producers. So here means if one producer has got one extra room, then he may talk to his friends who has got also extra rooms, and then the friends who has got extra rooms will come together and then bring in more friends who has extra rooms to this platform, and this platform would actually increase in the number of rooms to offer as Airbnb. Then the other side, the users who book on these rooms would also found out that there are more opportunity of booking of rooms, there are a lot more choices. Then they will let their friends know who are similar like themselves, they are similar travelers or visitor to this particular place. Then they work by word of mouth or by telling them, then they will increase bringing more users. So you can see number 2 and number 4. So this one I want to just stop here, because this is partly the characteristic of a platform, for the fact that these are called direct effects, direct interaction effects. Or in the subsequent slides, then I would introduce to you the word called network effect. So this is what they call direct network effects. Then there is another potential, that is what is shown in the 2 arrows on the top. This actually is a cross network effect, cross-site effect. So it has the more number of rooms, then there will be more people who come to this platform to see and source their needs of accommodation. Also, one is a producer who are putting up rooms, the other one is the user of the room. So you can see the same platform, if we put it to Grab, then here producer means people who owns car and got free times to drive. The people who are driving, if there are more people who can drive, then there will be more passengers who feels that it is good for them to use Grab, because they can always at any time get a driver to actually fetch them around. So this interaction makes this platform become bigger and bigger, and this actually is something characteristic of a platform that is not seen in other traditional businesses. In traditional businesses, as you grow bigger, then your marginal cost become thinner and thinner because lower price. So scenario of a platform is able to break out from this traditional cost constraint to become mega big win for all. That means you win the whole lot of customers because you are able to get more customers on board to your platform. So in a way, it is a barrier to future competitor. So this one, in the detail, you can go and Google and search the meaning of all these words that I'm using. So one is, you call it a network effect, and you have the cross-site effect. You have also the similar site effect. So let us not drill in too detail. What we want to highlight is that in the subsequent more slides that I'm showing, you can understand that the importance of certain elements to actually run your own platform. So let us get this clear first. Platform is different from traditional business, as we have used certain example just now to highlight this part. And I want to give a definition on this issue of what exactly we are talking about when we say platform. a lot of time people wouldn't understand. They just think that platform is a website. So they would think that you created a website, so your website is a platform, which is not true. In the academic sense, website is a notice board, and a platform is, in fact, you have people interacting with this notice board. That means you have people who put in data to the notice board, and then you have another group of people who actually benefited from this notice board. So a website can only become a platform if there are two sides of the interactive users. So I would use this example to highlight to you by publication of strategies for two-sided markets under this Harvard Business Review. This is more than 10 years. This came out in 2006. In fact, all this about platform and the thing came out about 20 years ago because of the advent of the internet and the ability of the internet to give up this interaction. That means Web 2. So we call it Web 2 because you have Web 1, which is more like a reading from the book. But then Web 2 means you have people who can interact with the website. So this platform thing came about during the time when the Web 2 came to life. And Web 2 difference from the Web 1 is that it is an interaction. That means people can interact directly with the website. So that part started this platform thing. And this platform thing under this definition is a platform for a product or a service that brings together groups of users in two-sided network. So at least two-sided network are platforms. So you cannot say a website is a platform until it has two-sided networks. So let's say my website called estateagentexam.com is not a platform for the reason that I put in information, and the information is onto a notice board that my readers, those people who subscribe or visit the website, actually reads the publication or read my answers in the estateagentexam.com. So it is actually a website. It's not a platform. However, the contract to you and this Finehui.info, these are platforms for the reason that users of this platform actually can using front end posting, actually put up their own advertisement into the website. And then this advertisement in the website can be shown and benefit to the other users who are looking for that information. So this means that it becomes a platform for one side, a person who put up advertisement, on the other side, a person who wants to get to know about the advertised information. So a platform can therefore exist because there are two sides of the network of people. So one is a reader, another one is a producing person, a publisher who produce the material to be shown on the website to be obtained by the reader on the other side. So that means a platform actually provides the infrastructure and the rules that facilitate the two groups transactions, and it can take many types of ways. So this is clear now. We move on. So this part I just summarize a schematic way of illustration of a platform. So one part is a producer. It can be a complementer. It can be also a contributor. So for us, if we think of it, an estate agency is a platform for the estate negotiator as a producer who put on advertisement in the agency, and then the users who are the public at large, who are the vendor or who are the tenant, potential tenant, or who are potential purchaser of the real property, they come to the platform to source for their rightful real estate. So this is an illustration of how you think about platform of an estate agency is.